Okay, the next thing we're going to try is making this rubber band or belt, the yellow thing there, using the sweep function. Sweep is a really useful tool. Basically, what you do is you draw a path and then draw a section, and that section goes along the path. So the classic part that is created with a sweep is a paper clip. You draw the shape of the paper clip just with some lines and arcs. Then you draw a circle perpendicular to that path, and that you can sweep that circle along the path, and there you've got your paper clip. So ours is going to be pretty simple. Just for this belt here, say it's a circular belt. First thing we need to do is sketch the path, the shape, and then sketch the cross section, and then sweep it. So this is how it works. We're going to say new part, and then make a sketch. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make two circles. So let's say we've got one there, and we've got one here. So those two circles sort of represent this circle here, and then this one here that's down and to the left. Alright, now if you'll recall, the pulleys that we got are this isn't the right page, but they're 17 millimeters in diameter, if I remember right. So we want to make these circles 17 millimeters in diameter. Okay, now we're going to connect them with lines, and I don't want to make any constraints right now. I just want it to, any automatic constraints. I just want the lines to be connected to the circles. This constraint is okay. This is called the tangent constraint, and actually we do want these lines to be tangent to the circles. So we'll click the tangent constraint, then select the line, then select the circle. And this one already has it. Next thing we can do is dimension the position of the center point, of this center point. So if you look at the picture of the car, you've got this pulley here, and then down and to the left is the location of the axle. So you just have to figure out how far down and to the left you want your axle to be. So I'm going to make mine, just for fun, 3/4 of an inch and about 1 1/4 inches to the left. Alright, we almost have our path here, but we do not want these parts of the circles to be in the path. So we're going to have to trim those out. So select trim, and then it's just that easy. Just trim those sections out. Okay, next thing we want to do is sketch the cross section of the belt. Let's say it's a circular cross section. We'll finish this sketch. We need a second sketch for the sweep function. So we'll say start sketch. Now this one, it does matter what plane we put it on, because it has to be perpendicular to the sketch that we just made. So I'm going to select this plane. So now look at, we're drawing perpendicular to the sketch we just made. So I'm going to make a circle. I'm deliberately putting it in the wrong place. I'm going to make the diameter. We'd have to measure what we have. I believe our groove diameter was 0.07 in the pulley. So I'm going to make this 0.07. And then we want to position this I'm going to put it just... Okay, this is. I'm glad this happened. Notice I clicked on the vertical constraint, and when I hover over the point here, it's actually horizontal. That's because just things are a little bit flipped around. So we actually want to pick the horizontal constraint, and then to put this center point right over the origin, we'll actually use the horizontal constraint. It's kind of weird, but that's what we need to do. And then the position of this thing above the origin, well, we want it to fit inside that pulley, which was 17 millimeters in diameter. So this distance is going to be the radius, 17 over 2, and then put it in inches. Now, I'm just going to rotate a little bit so I can see. This looks pretty good. I think that's right where we want it to be. So we'll say Finish Sketch. And now we're going to go here to Sweep. Maybe you see one of these other ones, but so you're going to have to click the down arrow, select Sweep. It needs you to pick 2 selections. One is the profile. The profile is what it's calling the cross section. So click on the cross section, then the path is the next thing. Select the path, and there you have your belt. See how it kind of looks like a paper clip?